All right, let's jump right into something pretty wild today. We're going to explore a virtual reality experience that's, well, it's less about escaping reality and way more about facing it head on. Specifically, facing your own past to see how different choices could create a totally different present. And that really brings us to the huge question behind this whole project. Can a virtual world actually make you a better person? And I don't just mean for practicing a skill, like a flight simulator. I mean, can it help you learn from your deepest, most difficult ethical choices in a profound new way? So just imagine this for a second. A machine that lets you literally step back into a tough memory. But you're not just watching it like a movie. No, you're in it. You can interact, you can make a different choice, and then you get to see the ripple effects of that choice change your reality right now. It's a machine designed for some seriously deep ethical reflection. Okay, so first things first. It's really important to understand how this whole experience is framed. This is not a game. You're not trying to get a high score. Think of it more like a new kind of test for your morality. And to make that test feel real and personal, it's all set in a very specific time and place. And to really get how this works, they need to know this one key term, chronotope. It's a bit of a fancy word, but all it really means is a story's unified setting, where the time and the place are completely tangled up together. For this experience, the chronotope is late 19th century England, which, if you think about it, was just packed with all kinds of tough social and ethical problems, making it the perfect sandbox for this kind of moral workout. All right, so you're probably wondering, what does it actually feel like to use this thing? Let's walk through it together, right from the moment you step into this virtual world. Now, what's interesting is your journey doesn't actually start in the past. It begins right here, in what the designers call the experiential here and now. And the whole goal of this first part, the only goal, is to give you a powerful sense of presence, to ground you so completely in this virtual space that the real world just kind of melts away. So you find yourself in this incredibly realistic Victorian study. I mean, just look at this breakdown. The environment is all dark wood and leather books designed to totally pull you in. Your portal to the past, the action portal, isn't some sci-fi gateway. It's an everyday object, like that ornate clock. And then there's the data feedback. Get this. The system is subtly telling you it's reading your emotions. Maybe a gas lamp flickers in a certain way, just to let you know it's in sync with you. So the first steps are super simple. 1, you just exist in that study. You let the realism of it all sink in. 2, you walk over and interact with the portal, that clock or diary. And 3, whoosh, you get this awesome warping effect, and you're off, traveling into a memory.
And this is where things get really intense. We're at the absolute heart of the experience now. That safe, quiet study, it's gone. Now you are inside the memory itself, face to face with a difficult ethical dilemma from your past. The design here creates such a powerful contrast. It deliberately takes you from that warm, safe study and drops you into a cold, oppressive space, like this factory office. Your whole purpose shifts from quiet reflection to immediate, high-stakes action. And that jarring change, it's absolutely crucial to the whole thing.
There's a line from the source material that says it perfectly. You have entered the place where the knots of narrative are tied and untied. I mean, how great is that? This is where you actually get to pull on the threads of your own story. But here's the good news. You are not thrown into this difficult memory all on your own. You have a companion with you, an AI character that's been specifically designed to be your confidant. And I really have to stress, this is not just some random video game character. This is a highly sophisticated guide. It can read your emotional state, have a meaningful conversation with you, and its whole job is to help you reflect. It'll ask you tough questions, but it will never give you the answers.
And it gets even cooler. It's not just the AI confidant that's responsive. The entire world around you is listening. The environment itself is literally designed to change based on the emotions you're feeling at that moment. Here's a perfect example. Let's say the system detects that you're feeling guilt about the situation in the factory. The world subtly shifts. The distant sound of machinery might get louder, more menacing. The sound of workers coughing might become more persistent, more oppressive. It's wild. Your internal state literally reshapes your virtual reality. And that brings us to the grand finale, the most powerful and mind-bending part of this whole experience. This is where you see how your actions in the past have a direct, tangible impact on your present. So, after you've made your choice, after you've dealt with the dilemma, you're transported back to that Victorian study where you started. At first, everything looks the same, but then you start to realize, wait a minute, something here is fundamentally different. And this right here is the aha moment. It's what the designers call the consequence loop. If you made an ethical choice back in that factory, maybe you return to find the study is now a little brighter. Or maybe there's a new symbolic object on the desk that wasn't there before, like a letter of thanks from the workers you helped. Your past actions have physically changed your present. This whole system is built on this really powerful idea called consequential learning. And basically, it's the idea that by interacting with your memories, by changing them, you prove to yourself that time isn't static, it's developmental. The past isn't just something that happened to you, it's something you can learn from to actively shape who you are right now. So, when you put it all together, what the Victorian memory machine does is transform storytelling into something the designers call storyliving. You're not a passive observer watching things unfold. You are the main character, and your choices are creating the story and its consequences in real time. And that really leaves us with one final powerful question to think about. If a machine like this were real, right now, if you could step back into your own past and untie one of those narrative knots, which memories would you choose to relive?